Hello YouTube, do a little Whittle talk, and I want to do revisit the bug out. That seems to be a very popular thing, and if you recall, back in the spring, I did a test on my bug out bag, my new modular system, and got flooded out. So anyway, I've had some time to really think about that and consider it, and I think that there's some things that I haven't said when I'm talking about bug out. And in my opinion, there is only one reason you would bug out, only one, and it's because of a life or death situation. In other words, if you don't bug out, you or your family is going to die. It's that simple. Now, if you live in a city, and if there is a complete social breakdown and it's lawlessness and you're afraid for your life, then yeah, you should bug out. But that would be the only reason I can think of that you would bug out. Because why would you want to leave your home, your food storage, your family? Well, if you bugged out, you don't want to take your family with you, but why would you want to leave any of that? Because you work so hard to get it all together. And so, with that said, that's how you should plan your bug out. Is everything that I've worked for in my life, I'm about to get up and leave. That's pretty much what you're saying. The home that I've paid 25 years on a 30-year mortgage, I've got to walk out and leave. I mean, it's not an easy thing, folks. That's the reason I say that it would have to be a life or death situation. The material things that you have in that house, are you willing to give that up? All the photographs and pictures and memories and all of that, because you're not going to be able to take all that stuff with you. So mentally, are you prepared? That's the next question. Have you resolved to the fact that if I had to bug out, I'm going to have to leave everything in this house that I've worked my entire life to accumulate, and I can only leave with what's on my back, or what I can pack in the car for my family. Everything else has to stay. That takes a very strong mental person to do that. And it's not only you, but the rest of your family as well. Do your kids understand it? Does your wife or does your husband understand it? Are they prepared mentally for that? Have you sit and discussed it with them? Keyboard User came out with a series of videos here not too long ago. Very good series. It was Prep for the Preps. If you haven't seen those, look up YouTube channel Keyboard User, and he has some great videos. You should watch him. And in the Press for the Preps, he talked about prepping your family for those type of scenarios. If there is a natural disaster, where do you meet? Say there's an EMP in town and you live in the suburbs. Is there a plan? Does your family know the plan? So I thought that was some very good advice from him, from Tom, Keyboard User. And I think that all of us should have that candid conversation with your family and say, okay, the only reason we would do this is if we are starving and we have to go and locate food, or there's a life and death threat as far as lawlessness, and I can no longer protect my family as it is. I need to move them somewhere else. But if that scenario came about, are you prepared mentally and also physically? I mean, do you have your bag to where wherever your bug out location is, will it get you there and sustain you until you can start living off the land, if that's your plan? Because it's living off the land is not as easy as some would have you believe. I've been hunting and fishing all my life. Lived on lakes, national forest, so I've got quite a bit of hunting experience, as do others. But there's a little different scenario when you're having to feed your family by your hunting skills. Most of us, when we consider hunting, is on a hunting club or deer lease, and we have corn plots and oat patches and things like that. And when you're bugging out, you may have to go to a location where you have to find the game, and it may only be there certain times of the year. Because if you're bugging out in an area that you're depending on acorns, maybe the acorns are not there yet. Maybe it's a year that doesn't have acorns. This year, for instance, the white oaks in this area is not putting forth. They're not any white oaks acorns. So if you plan on bugging out in a white oak flat, there's going to be some lean times there, because they don't put out every year. All of the nut trees is that way. I think it's every second or third year they don't bear or something like that. So just things that you really need to think about and prepare for and plan for. When I say prepare for, that means preparing your whole family for. When you're planning for it, you can put it on paper. But preparing is actually doing. Planning is putting it on paper. Okay? So, anyway, just food for thought. Thought I ought to do a follow-up on bug out and give you my thought process on it. It would be the last resort, but I do have a plan. If there was the only way that I could sustain myself and my family was for me to bug out, I do have a plan. My family knows that plan. I have the equipment to do that plan. I hope I never have to use that plan, because it is not going to be fun, folks. It will not be fun at all. But it is better than no plan at all, and the alternative to that. So until the next one, you guys get out there and go whittle on a stick. Go enjoy this great outdoors. I'm on a hunting camp. I'm going to go get back on the deer stand here in about an hour or so. And hopefully lay the big old boy down. Saw a bunch of does yesterday evening, so hopefully the buck will be come by my stand. I saw a little buck this morning, but maybe the big one will come by this evening. There's some big tracks around it, so hopefully it's a big buck, not a doe. So anyway, till the next one, you guys be safe. Go in the backyard, whittle on a stick, go camping. Do take plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. We'll talk to you again soon.